Welcome back, everybody, to another YouTube video. Today we've got squats and bench on the agenda. But before we get into any lifting, I got something that came in the other day. If any of you have watched my other videos, you would know what is in this package. It is a new powerlifting bar. In this, what we're about to unpack is a stiff bar for powerlifting, for competitions, and it has a lot more tensile strength, meaning it will not give a lot. So it makes kind of the stability part of a squat, bench, and deadlift a bit more bearable. Let's get this unpacking. And there's the beauty. Hopefully you guys can see it good. They oiled her up very, very nicely, nice and lubed up. Yeah, probably gonna have to just get a cloth, wipe some of this off, so when I'm squatting and whatnot, it's not getting on my clothes. But she is nice. Kind of looks identical to the one I have here, but I'd say this one, the bottom one, feels sturdier and a bit heavier. Get you guys a close-up view. So, and the one on the bottom is that new shiny powerlifting bar. Looks basically identical, except for how it performs and the tensile strength. So I'm excited to see the differences that arise. Let's get to it. Okay, so I'm just getting my spreadsheet out for today's workouts. So day 3 on the first week of my powerlifting program. Thank you for everyone tuning in. If you haven't already, go check out day 1 and day 2. We did day 1 was primary squats, so competition squats with our competition bench. Day 2 was our competition deadlift with our 2-pause bench. So we had a lot of fun with those. And today we are doing secondary squat. So we're doing a paused low bar squat with our primary bench press. So we're gonna do straight sets of 5 for our low bar squat. So we're doing 4 sets with the same weight. So we're gonna warm up, do probably 3 sets of warm-ups, just to get blood flowing, moving, and then we're gonna move into that low bar squat with a pause for 4 sets, 5 reps, and then go into a low bar squat fatigue triple. So we're probably gonna strip some weight and hit a nice triple. And then once we are done that, we got our comp grip bench press with the ascending sets of 8. So 8 reps, and we are going to be starting with low weight and ascending up. And then we are gonna hit that triple and see what happens. Today seems like a fun day. We finally got our stiff bar. I know I only said that I was gonna use it for competition movements. So I was gonna use it for our competition squat, competition bench, competition deadlift. But since it is new and I've unwrapped it and I really wanna use it, I'm going to use it today for both the squat and bench, even though bench is our competition bench. I could take out the other bar for squats. I could and use it, but I really want to see how this plays out with squats to see if there is or isn't a difference. I know I'm not going that heavy today because it is low bar and I am doing a pause at the bottom, so I won't be going that heavy, but I want to see the difference and see how kind of that tensile strength, that stiffness plays out to be. But let's have some good fun with this bar. But then after today, I'm using it only for competition lifts.
I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun.
As the first set is done, the bar honestly feels nice. There's only one plate on it, so I can't really say for sure how it's feeling. I haven't done a low bar squat in a while though, so it does feel a bit funny. And I am feeling it in my wrist. So I forgot to mention, while I was skiing at Blue Mountain, they had the snow guns on. So if anyone's ever been skiing, they understand that the snow guns make this sticky, icy kind of snow that does not act like real snow until groomed, and then it kind of works. But basically, when they have the snow guns on, they have all of these big, huge piles of this fake snow everywhere. And I was flying down, little devil, just doing my thing, you know? And then all of a sudden, I take a right turn, left turn. There's tree lines. So when I'm taking that left, I can't see that there's a huge mound of this fake snow. Plus, the lighting wasn't the best to see all the bumps. I take that left turn and boom, I just flipped out of nowhere. This fake snow was just hit me basically. My skis just lost control. I went flying forward. My head slammed and then I like rolled and my hand like slammed into the ground. My wrist snapped back. So I think I sprained my wrist. My neck was so tight yesterday. My neck since has gotten better. It's just my wrist right on that outer part. My wrist hurts right here. I got my ulna side. I got the ulna and the radius. I can barely even turn my wrist. That's how bad it is. It's fine when I'm just here. You get what you get, get upset. I had fun skiing. I enjoyed my time skiing, and I was thankful I got to go skiing. It's mid-January almost, and it was my first time skiing. So I'm planning another one next week on Friday, hopefully with my older brother and my uncles. Hopefully I get a little more loosened up. Last time I was there, I was tense, and hopefully this next time I'll be loosened up. All right, so we're gonna be hitting our second warm-up set of our squat session. We got 50, 50, 100 kgs plus the bar. So around 120 kgs right now. Again, you times that by 2.2, you get the pounds. So anywhere it's around like 240 pounds, just over, right? So we're gonna hit this low bar squat, see how it feels, and then we'll move into it. Maybe put the knee sleeves on just to keep those knees nice and tight and go into our working sets. Again, we're doing 4 sets of 5 with just straight weight. So once we load on that bar and go into our working sets, that bar stays the same until that fatigue triple that we hit at the end, where we may strip down just a tiny bit depending on what our fatigue is saying.
I've been steady focused on my grind. Do everything, you never leave. You never leave. I tried to deny this, but it's okay. I'm so glad to have you by my side. You're all I need, my remedy. I'm so glad to have you in my life. That ain't a lie. My baby make me feel alive. I'll never die. Wherever we go, I like. She bring the fight. Tell the haters step aside. My lady just came in the room.
Cannot lie, that low bar squat is feeling heavy. I haven't done it in a while, so that could be the issue. But I will say, this bar is stable. The other bar with 2 plates, I usually feel it a bit of the bounce. But with this bar, it is tight. It's not going anywhere. It's not bouncing on me. And I'm really liking it. It's just feeling a bit heavy right now. And we just gotta work around that. Let's do it. So we're just chilling right now in between our sets. I wanted to sit down on the couch, not gonna lie. Just wanted to chill and talk to you guys. So yeah, my legs right now are feeling pretty sore. I did take the day off yesterday from physical activity because my legs were feeling sore on the Wednesday when I went skiing. And then after a full day of skiing, I think I spent around 5 to 6 hours actually skiing, which wasn't until like the last 2 hours of my skiing adventures that I felt more comfortable with the skis under me, and the snow kind of hardened and flattened during the day at Blue Mountain. It's a mogul fest, it's choppy, but I was enjoying it, and I was a bit tense until that night skiing came around, and I was just flying down the mountain. Finally found the right footing. So hopefully next week when I go, fingers crossed that I do get to go, I can get some proper footage of me flying down the mountain, especially if my older brother and uncles are there. We're gonna have a blast. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, so yesterday I took a break, no physical activity. This morning, my sister and I went to F45 for a workout, and we destroyed ourselves at 6 a.m. for some reason. My sister is going out tonight with my family. I have a volunteer thing at my church, so I can't go with them. But she wanted to go work out this morning, so I said, why not? I'm not doing anything. We might as well go. So she woke me up, and we got there just in time because I was sleeping, having the weirdest dreams. And she came into my room with a flashlight, shook me awake, and she's like, are you coming to work out? I've been texting you. And I'm like, I don't have my ringer on. So I get up, change quickly, and we get out the door, and we get there with like 5 minutes to spare. The workout was intense. It's a new workout that F45 is introducing into their workout routines. It's called the 45ers, I'm pretty sure. And it's basically a relay race with your team in a sense. So you get 4 pods, and each pod has 4 workouts. And usually there's one cardio workout, and then the rest are core, legs, and usually arms or back. So it's a lot of fun. You follow the person in front, and you do 45 seconds of work. You go to the next one, 45 seconds. You go to the next one, then you get another 45 seconds, and then you do the last one, 45 seconds, and you do it all over again another 2 times or 3 times, and then you get a minute break, and you move on to the next pod. So all those sets that you do, you don't get a break until the final set. And then when you're moving pods, you get that 1 minute breather, get some water, and you're right back into it. So it's intense, it's enjoyable. And yeah, destroyed myself this morning. Came home, ate some breakfast, took a nap, and now we're back here lifting some weights. So we're going to do our last set here, last warm-up set, and then we'll move on to that working set, bump up this weight a bit more, and go to those low bar pause squats. Let's do it. So that was 355 on the bar. It felt heavy. I'm not gonna lie. The low bar position right now is not feeling comfortable, but I think that's exactly why we need to do it. Loading up those glutes a little more, trying to open up those hips. I'm probably not gonna add on much more weight, probably just add on maybe another 5 pounds, 10 pounds, see how it is, and go from there, because we're doing those straight sets now. I'm gonna put some knee sleeves on, add my belt, and load up another 10 pounds on each side to make it a good 375. Let's do it. All right, so like I said before, we got 375 pounds on the bar, going for these straight sets of 5 with the pause at the bottom of my squat. Hitting that low bar, it is uncomfortable ever since I've gotten used to that high bar squat now. I used to squat low bar almost all the time. I would be like, that was my kind of competition standard. So I would squat right with the bar here. And then I switched from down there to up here because, like I said in my last video, I was getting a lot of bicep pain, a lot of wrist pain, and it just wasn't comfortable. So I decided, let's change something up. And I decided to change that bar position. And it was one of the best kind of decisions that I made for my kind of longevity in this sport. And I got a lot more comfortable with that high bar, and I was able to really lock in. So when I'm squatting high bar, I get to lock in with my lats and really pull the bar into my traps. With the low bar squat, I don't really get that lat activation. And I've played around with the low bar a lot. I've went wider grip, narrow grip. I just can't seem to find a comfortable position where I'm not loading up my biceps and I'm not kind of getting that wrist flexion. With the high bar, everything is lined up and I get to kind of sit into it like this, rather than with my low bar, I'm kind of like down in an awkward position. But low bar squat is on the workout plan for today. So we are gonna be doing it because it does load up those hamstrings and glutes a lot more. With the high bar squat, you're loading up those quads a lot more. So let's get into it. 375. That one actually felt a lot better, felt a lot more stable. Kind of found a better par position where I am a little bit more tight. Good depth, hit that pause, fired it right back up. I think this is a good weight to play around. 375 straight sets, first set done, 3 more to go. Whew. So we're here doing our second working set. Again, with the 375 pounds, straight sets. Let's get back into it. I'm not gonna lie, I really hope that was 5 and not 4. Hopefully it was. If not, oops. I don't know, I was counting and then I zoned out. So hopefully it was the 5. If not, I'll make up for it on the next set. All right, so watching that footage back, I realized I did hit the 5 reps, which is pretty insane because I did zone out, I think on the 3rd rep. and I just kept going. But that one felt comfortable. It was really nice, actually. I guess I just had to warm up to that low bar kind of squat, and the belt helps with just like stabilizing, especially taking some weight off of my lower back and putting it into my core, into this big belly that I got. It helps when lifting heavy, especially with a belt on. So we have another 2 sets, and then we're going to go into our fatigue triples and see how that is. After the fatigue triples, it's our bench, and then it will be it for the video. Yeah, so let's hit this and then see how we feel. Ba ba ba. It's crazy, like I don't know. I guess in the grand scheme of things, I need to get more comfortable in front of a camera. Me and my friend were actually talking about it on our podcast, Beyond the Surface with Robbie and Angelo. You should check that out on our YouTube. But basically we were talking about how we've never kind of put ourselves in front of a camera and how we kind of get really nervous and have these like weird nervous tics in a sense, and we just do random things. And we were saying how this is kind of how we felt when we were a bit younger and we were talking to new people and we were getting nervous. And then over time, the more you talk to people, the more confident you get talking to people and the less nervous you get. But plopping ourselves in front of a camera, we kind of get those nerves back and we do these random things, and we kind of just have to be a little more comfortable now and just loosen up. I always feel I'm in front of the camera and I gotta entertain, but realistically, like, you either like it or you don't, entertained by it or you're not. Like, I can't just put on some persona and force you guys to like me. I'm just gonna try to be myself and hope there is a wide variety of people that kind of enjoy this content and just want to enjoy seeing someone else lift, and maybe this will help motivate them to lift and just like, you know, go for it and be myself. Yeah, like today I'm gonna be completely honest, I didn't really want to lift. It took me a bit because I went to that 6 a.m. class with my sister like I was telling you before, and then I came home and I was just shot. I was tired, so I ate something. I did some editing with the ski video, which is up now, and then I just took a nap. And I was laying in bed and I didn't want to do anything. I took a 30-minute nap, and then my mom was home for her break from work, so I went, talked to her a bit, and then she left, and I was like, let's just do it. Let's just lift, get it out of the way. It'll take maybe hour and a half. Like you do it, you lift, and then you're done. I enjoy lifting. It's just getting to the lifting kind of like drags, I guess. Like right now I'm enjoying it. I feel strong. I feel powerful in a sense. I feel more confident because I am lifting this. It's 375 pounds and I'm low bar squatting it with a pause at the bottom. I feel nice about myself right now. I'm confident, right? But getting to that point, you just got to get there. You got to step into the gym or go to your basement. Just do something, because if you let that laziness take over, it kind of just ruins your day. And then at the end of the day, you're not even tired to go to sleep. And then you're awake and you're thinking, and you're just like kind of like on your phone thinking about, oh, I should have done that today, I should have done this today. And then tomorrow you'll wake up and you'll have even more things to do per se. But yeah, you kind of just have to do it. And that's what I always tell everyone, is half the battle is just stepping into the gym or just going for a walk, going for a run, It's like putting on your shoes, or, it's getting mentally ready for whatever you're doing. It's going over those hurdles, those mental battles of, oh, it's too hard, or, oh, I'm too tired for this, or whatever other excuses that you do have. Because at the end of the day, that's all they are, is just excuses. And once you get over those mental hurdles, that's 50% of the battle. This stuff, doing it, the actual battle, is easy with quotation marks around it, because it's not that easy. But it's like once you're doing it, blood's pumping, and you actually realize that you can do it, and it's not as hard as you imagined it to be. But yeah, that's how I kind of live my life now, ever since I found the gym. Since high school, that's like what I've told myself for everything. Everything that I don't want to do, or I think it's too hard, but I know is good for me, I just tell myself it's like a muscle. It's like you're going to the gym. Half the battle is showing up, the other half kind of works itself out. You kind of get into a rhythm, and it's kind of nice once you're in that rhythm and you realize, wow, I actually can do this for a change. Enough being said though, let's get into this third set. After this, one more, and then we got those fatigue triples. Hopefully you're enjoying the video so far. If you haven't already and you made it this far, hit that like, hit that subscribe, leave a comment down below on what you'd like to see, on what I'm doing horrible, on what I'm doing good. Love the negative comments, because the negative comments will allow me to improve and get better. I don't know why I did that. Improve. But yeah, the negative comments will not hurt me. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt, I think is the saying. Words usually, no matter what they are, even if it's a joke, half the time it's the truth. So if you take everything with a grain of salt and you try to improve your life, and you take that negativity as more a positive, you can change your life and make it better, because these people are telling you these negative things that you're doing. Unless it's just like dumb and people just want to be rude because they're jealous, maybe they envy you. You see it as that. Life just gets better. We're all living life. We all know how hard it is. And yeah, like it's just not easy out here. We're all just trying to figure out what life is, and we're all trying to figure out the best way to do it and live it. And we're trying to figure out how to get through it at the end of the day, because life comes at you with these like punches, and it will shred you up when you're not ready for it. But at the end of the day, the big cliche of what doesn't kill you makes you stronger is just so true, because the more you walk through those flames, well, the metaphorical flames, the more toughen up and you understand kind of where not to go within the flames. So like those flames are much brighter and higher. Those flames are lower and dimmer in a sense. So I'm gonna walk this way because I'll get less hurt. Not saying I won't get hurt, but I'll get less hurt than walking through the flames that are up to my head, or I'll walk through the flames that are hitting my ankles. And yeah, maybe my feet may get burned, right? But at the end of the day, I'm not choosing that wrong path, right? No matter what you choose, whatever path it is, you're gonna get hurt. At the end of the day, that's kind of how it is. But you get to choose what hurts you, and you get to choose kind of where you want to go with your life and how you want to live your life. At the end of the day, you let the negative people affect you, right? You're walking through those flames and you're just killing yourself. Or you let them slice at your ankles and you kind of ignore them, and you walk in and you go through your life and with a smile, and you say, you know what? That person may just be having a bad day on their end, and the only way they know how to cope with that bad day is kind of pushing it onto someone else. And I get sad to say that, and I hope those people are kind of change their lifestyle, because I used to be one of those people, and that's why I'm kind of saying it. Until you realize, like, no, deal with your emotions, deal with your stuff, and then you can actually just be nice to people, and then people will like you and enjoy you, blah, blah, blah. I went on a rant there. Let's get into this, and then we'll talk to you after. All right, that was good. Third set is complete after the rant. Again, I'm not gonna apologize for being me. I kind of go on those rants, just about my perspective on life and how I kind of see the world and what I've noticed in my life that has changed to make me a more positive and upbeat person. Whew. Let me take a break here. I used to be a very negative person. I used to not enjoy life, not live it to the fullest. I didn't want to see the positive side of life. I didn't want to see that what I'm in right now is actually good. No matter how bad it is good because it is preparing me for what is ahead, right? But then I used to look at the future way too much and I didn't live in the present, right? So I went through different phases, constantly looking at the past, constantly seeing everything that I should have done better, everything I could have done better to keep me where I was. That being with exes, with friends, it would kill me. I would stay in the past, and I still do it today, where I'm like constantly living in the past and I can't focus on the present. But then I would jump, and instead of jumping to the present, I'd be like, yeah, but in 5 years, in 10 years, in 2 years, you never know what might happen. I might find my wifey, I might get a better job, I might do this, I might do that, blah, blah, blah. There was a lot of mights and maybes. And it wasn't until a couple of years ago where I went through a rough patch that I kind of realized that the past doesn't really exist. It exists in the sense that you want to revisit it to see your faults and then just see what you enjoyed and how far you've come, but you don't want to spend too much time there. And the future, no matter what you think, no matter how much you try to steer one direction, right, and get to where you want to be, life's going to blow you around. And until you just realize that what you have today in this moment is the best thing, you will never be happy, but I don't want to use happy, just a more positive person. So the more you kind of drill it into your brain and just focus on the present, it's called the present for a reason. Is this the best gift? You woke up today. God gave you that gift to wake up today. So wake up, say thank you, and just do what you have to do, because you never know. You might not wake up one day and it might be the biggest regret ever because you never got to fully enjoy the life you're living now. And just leave the future into God's hands and work for what you want and just hope the pieces get put together. but enjoy what you have now, because if you don't, it all just goes away. And then you focus on the past and you never get out of the past. But with that being said, getting into our final working set here. Once this has been complete, we are gonna go right into our fatigue triples with no pause, no rest. We're just gonna strip the weight, strip 10 pounds from each side, bring it back down to that 355, and then we're gonna just hop right back into it and do a three rep fatigue triple, and just hold that at the bottom a bit longer than I would for these pauses here. So let's get into it. Whew. All right, let's do this. Come on. 3 more here. Woo! All right, that was intense. Felt good though. Shh. Felt so noisy. Felt good, felt strong. Whew. That was a killer. 375 for 5. Strip that weight, 355 for 3. 3-second holds at the bottom. Felt good. Now I'm going to get these knee sleeves off and get the bench set up to do our competition bench. Let's get into it. We have the bench set up behind us. We have finished our pause low bar squats, 4 sets of 5 with the low bar squat fatigue triple. Which our weight for that low bar fatigue triple was 160 kgs and around, I believe it was 355. Now we are moving into our comp grip bench press with ascending sets of 8. So we have 3 sets of 8 ascending, meaning start light, finish heavy, with our comp grip bench press fatigue triple. So we're gonna finish that, and we're gonna do that same thing we did with the squat. So once we finish our last set of bench, we'll probably strip it down just enough and hit those comp grip bench press fatigue triples. And then that will be the end of today's video. Let's go and warm up. We'll warm up with the bar, make sure that everything is set up correctly, load on 20 kgs, and then load on another 20 kgs. And then after we are done those warm-up sets, we can go into our working sets and pick a good weight to start out at and descend upwards, and then hit those fatigue triples. So I'm actually gonna lower these by 1, just because I have widened my grip. Before, like I was saying in my other videos, before my grip used to be a bit narrow, so I'd have a lot more extension when benching, but the wider you go, the less range of motion you have. So I need to bring that bar a bit lower to me, because once I add on those weights, it's gonna be tough to lift up and over those racks. Loading up 20 kgs here. Nice and easy. Warm up those muscles. Coming from squat into bench, you gotta warm up the upper body muscles. So my chest, my front delts, my rear delts. Get that blood from the legs into my upper body. But we still need that leg drive. So always remember pushing through those heels, squeezing that butt, and just powering through. All right, so I'm feeling pretty warmed up. I'm going to start this as my first set. Again, 8 repetitions. So it is a bit more rep work for bench. Like I was saying in my other video, bench press, you kind of need to do a lot more rep work. So I'm glad that these 8s are in my program right now. I'm trying to get my chest a lot stronger. It is my weak point. I don't enjoy bench press too much, but I am starting to love it. So, you know what? We'll get there in the end. Like I was saying, didn't enjoy squatting as much, but now I love it. It's one of my favorite things. I just love the way it feels when the weight is racked onto my back. And I'm trying to get that same feeling when it comes to bench. So hopefully by the end of these couple months of the workout program, my bench can shoot up and I can feel a lot more comfortable under that bar. But let's hit this first working set, see how it feels, and choose what weight we want to ascend from there. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while since I have done rep work like that on my bench. Usually I go up to 5, do triples, do 5s. But beyond that, I usually save my rep work for my accessories. So I think doing rep work for here is so much better. It's teaching me to stay a lot more tighter through the whole movement, because I can feel myself loosening up, and you don't want that while benching. You want to stay tight, let that bar touch and explode, right? Once you start loosey-goosey, you lose that power, that explosion. So doing this rep work kind of teaches me that. So with the bar, it's 220. We'll probably add, let's say, another 10 pounds on each side. and then see where we go from there after that set. All right, so we got 245 on the bar. We're gonna hit this for our second set of our 8s, see how it feels, and then see where we want to jump up from there. I'm suspecting probably just another 5 pounds, so 2.5 kgs on each side. If not, maybe 5,000 total. See how this feels, see how fatiguing it is, and jump from there. Let's get into it. Yeah, that's crazy. Woo. And that is why you get the lifting safeties here. I have not done rep work with this weight in a while, so it killed me. I was trying to stay tight the whole way through, which I did. What was that, 7? Whew. Yeah. I'm gonna keep this weight and try to hit 8 next time. And then we'll strip it down to that 220 weight again and do our fatigue triples. But this is a great example on why you need the safeties, but also kind of showing it's okay to fail. Maybe I shouldn't be pushing myself with this kind of weight this early on in the program. It is my first week on the program, but it's kind of just how I am, who I am, which is good in a sense, but also can be not good. But again, who I am, just getting used to programs. I'm so used to like doing what I feel, how I feel in the moment, rather than listening to a program. So it is a different stepping stone, which I hope will increase strength and just muscular endurance with strength. Hopefully that I will see results doing programs and sticking to something like to the T. I sometimes modify here and there, but at the end of the day, I paid for the coach, paid for the program. So hopefully these will give me the results that I'm hoping for if I just stick to it. And I keep telling myself that as much as I want to go off the program and do what I want, if I stick to it, I may see results that may have never shown up if I didn't stick to it, kind of thing. So let's get this bar re-racked and try this again soon. See what happens. Don't try this at home, kids. Not the safest way to re-rack it, but I didn't feel like taking it all off. So a nice little deadlift on the unstable bench. That could have snapped at any moment. Would have made good content, but I got it up, so no content for you guys. Same weight. Let's try to hit the 8 reps this time. And then we'll strip off 10 kgs, around 20 pounds, and get into those fatigue triples right away. And then, yeah, that'll be the end of the video. Let's get to it. Come on. Let's hit this 8 reps. We got this. We can and we will. That's like the best thing to say to yourself. It's all mental game. So we can and we will. I can and I will. Let's do this. Come on. All right. Well, we almost had it. I felt my butt coming off the bench, so I decided to just drop it. That one felt better, stronger, but I still didn't get to those 8 reps, which is okay in my mind. I put in my effort. Let's get this re-racked and let's strip off these 5 kgs so we can hit our triples. It's just the one set. And that's our training done. I'll later go to the gym so I can do my accessory work. But for right now, let's do this. And then I can eat some food. I love food. That's one thing that, you know, if you stick around, watch more videos, you'll know about me. I love food. So maybe once I get some more subs, I get more comfortable in front of the camera, I'll do maybe a day in the life or like a day of eating what I eat, and you can kind of see what I eat in a day, what I do in a day, what I eat before training, after training, and yeah, so if that is something you guys might enjoy, subscribe, like, and please comment down below. Say, do a food eating video or a day in the life video. Whatever you might think is enjoyable, but as of right now, I'm still trying to work out the kinks, get comfortable in front of the camera, and just be more confident, be more of myself. Let's hit these triples and stop the blabbing. Sir. Whew. Well, that ends this video. Thank you for watching. Again, if you made it this far, please hit that like, hit the subscribe. I know I keep saying this, but I can't stress it enough that if you're enjoying my content and you made it this far in the video, help me out here. We're trying to get to that 500 subs. But the first goal is 100. So help me out, hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 100 subs. Comment down below, negatives, positives, anything that you want. Even if it's something that you found interesting or something about weightlifting that you found out that maybe I don't know, right? Anything you'd like. I'm here to make enjoyable content, maybe make some friends, lift some heavy weights, help you guys lift some heavy weights, and just provide some real life content, provide my view on life. But thank you for coming out, and I'll catch you on the next video.